What's up, everybody? It's Jeffrey Lyles welcoming you to another edition of Lyles Figure Files. We had our Star Wars live stream today. I feel like only with the Star Wars team do I find myself yelling at my monitor, going, "Ugh, why? Why can't you guys get it? You have one of the biggest licenses to print money. You keep dropping the ball over and over and over again. And I mean, we didn't even need to wait for the tournament to start to kick off the true madness of March with these reveals from the Star Wars team. And it started with the tease. Star Wars Imperial March, 3 Stormtroopers, maybe an Army Builder 3-pack, Darth Maul, Darth Vader. You can always use figures, more variants of them. And but the Star Wars team is just like, nah, dude. I know, or we know what we said to get you into the building, but that's not what we're rolling with for our Imperial March live stream today. So they start off curiously with a character who's not part of the Empire, and that's Princess Leia. And I can't complain about a good Princess Leia figure. Vintage collection, of course, because that's where their North Star, their focus is. But this is a really solid looking Leia figure. I mean, the likeness, man, this looks like Carrie Fisher. And you see the hair, got the hood raised up. That's cool. One thing that I found really odd and bizarre, more so than normal, is I feel like when the Star Wars team is doing their presentations, I feel like they need to blink twice so I can make the call. Stalker, Flint, I need you guys to rescue the Star Wars team. They're being held somewhere against their will because they're so stiff and oh man, you're talking about Star Wars. Have a good time. Relax. It's no pressure. Unless you guys know that these reveals are not going to be all that exciting to the Star Wars community. So anyway, look at this Princess Leia. She's solid. Really good likeness. All that good stuff. For whatever reason, the team won't say it's Carrie Fisher. They won't mention the actor's and actress's name. Odd, but whatever. So here's another look at this Princess Leia. You can see she's got a cool hood piece where one snaps down and then the other raised. That's awesome. Really good work on that head sculpt. I mean, the face printing is so good now. Looks like her. She's holding the Stormtrooper blaster. You can see her boot here. I don't know how much articulation she's going to have because you can see this is not cloth. It's plastic, which means she's not going to be able to hit some knees and drop to one knee and shoot. She's going to be standing. For the most part, that's what she was doing. I don't know if this figure is going to be able to lay on that bench in the Imperial prison, but there you go. So we got Princess Leia in that one scene moment because I feel like that's the best use for this figure. Then another non-Empire, non-Imperial figure, R2D2, a refresh, repainted, no weathering, no detail. It's proper, clean R2. This can be the first act of Star Wars / New Hope, or the final scene where he's coming out repaired and everybody's happy that the droid is repaired and back to pristine condition. I mean, this is fine. I don't really have an issue getting another R2D2. I do think it's weird to start off your live stream that's centered on the Imperial March and start off with 2 rebels. So we do have one figure who's on that one character reveal from that poster, a teaser that got us all hyped up and excited. And that is Darth Maul. The execution, probably not at all what we wanted. It's another holocron figure. And I am not hearing a lot of people who are collecting these. Maybe you all know some people. Maybe you all are collecting them. But I don't hear any demand for this. I didn't hear anybody going, man, I really hope this live stream reveals 5 or 6 more holocron figures. And this is Darth Maul based on his appearance in Clone Wars series season 7. I don't really remember too many times he was communicating with people via holocron. So this just feels like another cheap way to get some more use out of that mold in a format that I don't know a lot of people that hyped and excited about. So there you go, Darth Maul and this attire. Well, at least we made good at some level on this poster that we teased and got everybody hyped up and excited about. But then, beware you tab warriors out there. I'm about to blow your mind because they're not going back and forth. Anyway, for the theme of Imperial March, it makes sense to focus on that narrow window of time in the Star Wars mythos, talking about, the end of Revenge of the Sith. So you got a lot of wide open properties in this time period. You can go with Revenge of the Sith. You can go with Rebels. That's that's a wide area that they still have a lot more to do, a lot more figures to cover, characters that can be made still. Of course, your original trilogy. There's a ton left on that Imperial March theme with Star Wars. But Star Wars seems like, nah, we know we got you here with that title, and you suckers fell for it. Instead, we're going to talk about a property. We're going to show a lot of reveals from something you have not seen 10 minutes of yet. I feel like this is risky because nobody knows if this is going to be any good. They're showing off the Acolyte figures today, and it's like, great. That's cool. You guys are on top of things. You're getting a jump on it, but show doesn't come out till what, June? Why not? Why not have the figures revealed at the June live stream? Like, be right on time and be like, hey, we're here. We're ready for the show's debut and reveal. I'm make sure I got that right here. Acolyte airs June 4th. So I could have done April, May, June live streams wide open for them to reveal these Acolyte figures. Instead, we're going to lump them into this Imperial March theme, which again, truly baffling. Figures, though, are pretty solid. But who knows if we'll actually care or want figures from the show. First up is Jedi Master Soul. And it looks pretty solid. One thing you'll note with all these figures, they've all got cloth, soft, good robes. That's exciting. So they hit clearance. They become an Ollie's featured, Ollie's exclusive wave. We get these guys real cheap later on, and if nothing else, use their robes for our more well-known Jedi. So we got him in this, and you can see he's got a nice pose. He can hit some really good stuff here, good detail, and it looks like this tunic is going to be the same kind of problem as the Obi-Wan Kenobi one from Obi-Wan Kenobi. I hope that's not the case, but let me just show you some of the trouble I have with mine. So, love this likeness, though. I mean, this looks like Ewan McGregor. There you go. Perfect, right? But the problem comes, when trying to do anything because of the plastic. Let me just do this. The plastic on this tunic is very restrictive in the sense where the natural inclination for the figure is to, when you raise it up, to go outward like this. This is where I'm starting to hit my resistance. So he can do a pop parade, but he's not going to do the full thing, which is problematic, right? So he's going to do this. He's got that much. No overhead strike shots with his lightsaber. And he cannot do a double grip on his lightsaber until that point. And it looks like Soul has that same kind of articulation with this tunic being right pinchy right at that point, which means he's not going to have as much articulation as I would like, which you would probably want for your Jedi Masters. The head sculpt is pretty solid. I like the armor detail on that gauntlet. That looks nice as well, but worried about that. Next up is a Padawan, Jackie Long. And one of my buddies joked that she's kind of looking like a member of the Thundercats. Chitara's twin sister, maybe? Excuse me, who knows? She's got her Padawan braid. Again, cloth robe, so that's nice. A nice shorter size body to work in. So if nothing else, if Acolyte is terrible, and based on some of the comments from the director, that could happen. That could be the case. At the very least, we've got some new Jedi, some new Padawans to get taken out by Anakin and the clones. So we'll see what happens on that end. She looks solid. I mean, I'm really not going to hate on the look of these figures. And if nothing else, Hasbro came through for that part. She looks like she has more clearance, butterfly shoulders. That's always good and encouraging to see there. And she looks like with this dip up with her tunic, she can have more range. That's exciting. I'll just pose with the robe, though. It's kind of like, hey, look what I can do. That's cool. Next up is another Jedi Knight, Yord Fandar. And he looks cool. And great detail work on that hair. That's awesome. And Sokka's cloak belt is brown. For whatever reason, I felt the need to mention that. I like this detail on his gloves. So these guys look great. They look cool. And really a lot of detail. He looks like he's got the better improved range in the elbows. So while it doesn't have double jointed elbows, it looks like he's going to have the same range that we get out of that. This head sculpt is really well done, though. I love that. And he's doffing his cloak. It's cool. So good work with at least the basic look of these characters. Then we got Jedi Master Indara, which is weird because we just had Indira and Obi-Wan. I feel like our Star Wars name generator could do a little bit better in terms of coming up with different names for characters. But again, I didn't mention that this is Carrie Ann Moss. But I mean, she looks like it. She get some really great articulation. Her poses, like that detail there. Her torso looks like it has a little tilt to it, so she can sink down a little bit deeper in these Jedi stances. That's great for dueling purposes. And just in case you weren't sure, she does hit the full on shot. There was a disclaimer: the figure does not fly unless she's plugged in to the Matrix. But maybe they could have just called her Trin or Nitty, something like that. Kind of neat. Anyway, you got her. It looks like she's going to have really good articulation. That's encouraging. Here's another one showing off the full deep stance that she can hit. I mean, I feel like a lot of my Jedi and some Sith figures cannot hit this pose. That's really cool to see her do that since I've got one Jedi right here. Let's see. What can I do with my Anakin here? First off, I need him to hold his lightsaber a little bit tighter. Well, let's see if I can do anything closely approximating now with this figure. All right, so I got my knee here. I got this. So, yeah, I feel like she is hitting that pose way better. This is my really quick version of it. So she looks like she has way better articulation. You love to see that with Obi-Wan and Anakin as opposed to these new characters that we don't even know if we're going to like yet. But great articulation. So that is definitely an encouraging sign and something to definitely be on the lookout for with this brand. And then we got the reveal of the packaging as well. And this is a real throwback to the old days of the Black Series. And I wasn't really a fan of it back in the day. I'm even less of a fan of it now. Like, this is kind of boring. It's a straight box edge to it now. Rough corners, no fun, cool stuff. Here's a look at the Ahsoka one. This is from her Clone Wars attire. So you can see here, rounded or straight edge there, but we got a little rounded portion here, and that's cool. I really like this angular nature of this packaging. I thought that helped make it stand out against some of the other lines out there. So to lose that seems like a bad choice. I feel like we're still getting punished because I feel like the Star Wars team really takes that out on us sometimes. Oh, you guys didn't like this. You can't see the figure packaging. We're going to go with this boring look all over again. I feel like they need better. I think they probably need to spend a little bit more time on forums and ignoring the trash comments that people are just, you guys suck. But the constructive ones where, hey, we want these improvements in the figures. I feel like they're reading the wrong stuff, taking the wrong feedback, and going whack. And this packaging is so basic. It's great if you've been collecting line from jump, but if you've been more interested in this cooler, more colorful designs, this feels like a real step back. So then there's one last figure in this wave of Acolyte figures that I don't know if we were really asking for because we don't know if the show, which isn't coming out until June, is any good. It's May the Assassin. And again, like the rest of them, really great work on the sculpt detail. I think her braids turned out really nice. Head sculpt's pretty solid. And got her chainmail kind of armor. Kind of looks like a little bit like Shin Hati, maybe, since she definitely looks shorter. Maybe we can cobble some of these parts here from May and use them for more appropriately scaled Shin Hati. So there's an option, a suggestion. She's got soft goods as well. Cloak here, that's cool. And then she's got a mouth guard mask. Not a mask. That was cool. Gives her a ninja look to her. And she's got daggers. I don't really understand how knives or daggers are going to work really well against Jedi, but we'll see how that works out. So here's our Black Series reveals, which is not what I was expecting from this Imperial March live stream. But then we got a few more reveals. Of course, we got to give up more love to the Vintage Collection just in case they were starting to feel neglected their whole 10 minutes of not showing any figure. And that is more Acolyte love. This is May the Assassin in her vintage collection look. See the hood work, not quite as solid as it was the Black Series figure. That makes sense. Here is the hood down version. I mean, it's fine, but I feel like you're going to be paying like 18 bucks for this figure, where, just spend a few more and get the Black Series version. Next up, we've got Jedi Master Soul. I definitely think his head sculpt is better here on the vintage collection figure than the Black Series one, which is Adam Azar. Again, the cloak collar is way bigger, probably too big. I mean, it is like he's about to settle in for a long night after he's just taking a nice relaxing bath. So I feel like the tailoring on these hoods, all that good stuff, could be better on the vintage collection figures, but it's nice to see it's included. Anyway, good colors with him, looks solid. Great work on that. I mean, this head sculpt does look better than the Black Series, which is so ironic. That's it for our vintage collection figures. Now we move on to our premium role-playing edition. This time is Moff Gideon in his Mandalorian outfit. This is his helmet. It's so bizarre because still waiting to get this figure in the Black Series. But yeah, here you go. We got the Black Series helmet. So you too can kind of sort of dress up like Moff Gideon in his Mandalorian Beskar armor. I feel like this one needs something, maybe some dents or something. It just looks too basic. It seems a little overly simplistic. Yeah, I know that's kind of what the design was like in the show, but in hand, it looks a little off. I feel like that's something that come Christmas time, maybe we'll see at Ollie's or Ross for 40 bucks and people like, yes, gotta get it. So there you go with that. The next up, we finally get some pipeline reveals, and I feel like this was the time where I was like, oh wait, I'm gonna wait. You got some stuff that's actually interesting to me. So here we go. We start off, drop myself here, with Deidre Mera from Andor. A very interesting case because, I mean, the Andor fascination is gone. I mean, I feel like we're all in agreement that Andor was one of the best things that we've seen out of the Disney Plus circuit. Really good figures from that. Great characters, great episodes, you name it. We had that covered with it, but it still felt like, well, okay, guys, the interest is gone. The figures are not just, all done. I mean, they're over. And let me just give you a sense of how over the show is. Not a good wrestling term, but just like people's interest is done. So here we go. Here's on post in the outlet section where you can get all your good $25 figures for much cheaper. So Cassian, the lead character, is 15. Velsartha, she's $16.91. Beck Vix, she's $13.91. May as well say 14. Mon Mothma, $15.91. Luthen, great character, $15.91. So these figures are already on sale. They're essentially Hasbro clearanced out. I don't understand what the interest now would be in getting a Des Imperial. So I guess maybe she fits in. I feel like they've just shown her in the poster that would have been more accurate, more authentic than what we got on the poster. But anyway, so we got Deidre, and for the people who are still interested, getting a Deidre figure. Here you go. Then from the Mandalorian, we got Imperial Armor Commando. So we almost got through an entire live stream without some Black Series Mandalorian news coming. Then we got Ahsoka the White from her show. That's cool. Probably get that figure. I don't know how we'll get that figure. But this is the most frustrating aspect of this whole deal for me. We got a Captain Enoch in Night Trooper 2-pack. That's terrible because, I mean, Enoch's a really great character. Really cool look to him. And he's not someone that you need to have as a standalone. I mean, as an army builder, what you need to do is put him in as a standalone figure, and then just go, hey, here you go, guys, go nuts, get this figure, and we'll load up some army builders with him instead. He's packed with another figure, and this approach was also replicated in the vintage collection line because we got this awesome 4-pack. Got Enoch and 3 of his Night Troopers. Now, there's some customization. You can mix and match some of these elements to these figures, so there's a plus on that end. But still, why is Enoch coming with other army builders or with army builders when swap him out, make him a single card release and give us 4 army builders. So that's a real puzzling decision. I don't understand the mindset here. You're not going to want to have an army of Captain Enoch figures when you just need one and you can just army build to your heart is content. But that won't be a problem with this one because this is also a Walmart 2-pack. And I'm sure we'll see some, a limited amount of quantities available on Hasbro Pulse. But the problem is throwing this up in Walmart is dumb. One, just dumb. And making what would be a really cool army builder set worthless because you've included an army builder and a solo standalone character. And they keep doing this in a way that just is not making any sense to me because you could avoid this. You could have more people buying more figures. You could have people buying multiple sets of these figures. But instead, what they're doing is going, hey, you guys don't really need or want this. We're going to give you an army builder and a character. And because you're such suckers, you'll just keep buying multiples of this pack to get an army builder set up. And I said, we've seen this approach before from Hasbro, and we have with the Mace Windu and Clone Trooper set that's now shipping, apparently. We got my order number or payment process from Hasbro Pulse. But here you go. You got an army builder and a Jedi character, which is like cool. I mean, I would have bought Mace standalone and a 2-pack with these purple troopers. I don't understand the thinking here. You're deliberately shortcutting yourself on army builder 2-packs by making just one army builder. So it's really weird and something that somebody over there needs to start thinking of and like, hey, maybe there's a better way to do this. And it is. It's just basically called not going about it this way. And hey, I feel like we've seen this before in another way as well. Yeah, that's right, we have. And the most baffling and most puzzling army builder they've done so far all year. And that one is not surprisingly not sold out. It's the very much wanted Battle Droid Geonosis pack where we had, instead of a normal Battle Droid head, we got C-3PO and a Super Battle Droid. I would have bought so many of these packs. We just had a regular Battle Droid helmet included. But instead, let's just make it a one-off set. These one-off sets don't make sense. And just for Hasbro's Black Series bottom line, we're not asking you to make another character. We're literally just saying what I'm saying. Just throw in the same character twice. We're not asking for anything else. Just make army builders. It just is so baffling, so mind-boggling, so confusing. I don't understand why they keep making the same mistake over and over and over again. But they keep doing it. So I guess in some mind, it's working for them. But what's exciting to me with this reveal, I'm cool for Ahsoka, but I'm really excited about Yoda and Clone Commander Gree. You guys know I've been saying, where is the Clone Wars era Yoda? We're finally getting him. We're getting him in a 2-pack. Like, again, this could have been a 2-pack of Kashyyyk clones. We could have gotten Gree and Yoda standalone figures. Matter of fact, I feel like we've already gotten a Black Series Gree in this line already. Just do a real quick check. Yeah, I mean, we do. But at least in this case, there might be a reason, a good reason, not just above this one. Gree right now on Amazon is $38.72. So I guess this 2-pack will probably be around $44, $49. So there you go. That's a good enough reason to re-release him. And then this 2-pack kind of makes sense. This one goes down a lot easier than an army builder with him. So we got a very much so needed Yoda finally for the Clone Wars through the prequels. Got that X'd out, covered finally. And Commander Gree that is way too overpriced now. So that's good. Good work, Hasbro, making some moves happen in a way that makes sense for everybody. And this one is exclusive to Disney Store and Pulse. I will make sure I'm right there to order these. But of course, these are pipeline reveals. Since I'm still waiting on Ki-Adi-Mundi, who knows when we'll actually get these figures up for pre-order. But they are coming. So that's a good sign, good news, at least for one thing with these reveals. Next up, we get the Vintage Collection pipeline reveals. And we got a Jetpack Trooper. Yeah, okay, cool. Got Grand Admiral Thrawn. This is funny because the Black Series version is announced to come out next year. So it'll be interesting to see which one comes out first, the Vintage Collection or the Black Series one. Get a 4-pack of X-Wing pilots, and this seems like something we could get for both. Maybe just a 2-pack from the Black Series line using a taller, all-new body. So all the X-Wing pilots are the same height as Luke Skywalker, who should be the shortest one. Anyway, X-Wing pilots is a really good army builder. We get the Blurg and the Mandalorian. Feels like something we could also get in the Black Series. I feel like they're a little bit more inclined to go vehicle or larger playset with Mandalorian properties. I feel like that's one they could have done with no issue, no problem. Maybe HasLab. And then we got a Moff Gideon Imperial Light Cruiser hallway playset. That's cool, but I also feel like, again, that's something that the Black Series would support at retail. I feel like fans would buy it. Throw in a Dark Trooper. We're good. I mean, you can reenact that scene when Mando is getting beat down, just defeating one. Or you make one where a battle droid, your Dark Trooper is getting crushed by Luke Skywalker. I feel like that would sell too. So yeah, we got that. That's cool for Vintage Collection figures. There's so much love on that end for them. I wish just a portion, maybe not a portion, like a large sprinkling, like that salt emoji, would finally come for the Black Series, because really we're parched over here. Then we got some news on the HasLab. And once again, we're being punished for not backing a very lackluster, mediocre Black Series Rancor. They have been like, you guys aren't getting any more HasLabs because you all didn't back this project. We're getting another Vintage Collection HasLab. And who knows what it could be from. We're not going to find out till May the 4th area time frame. So a little bit longer to wait on that. But it's going to be Vintage Collection. We've tackled a lot for Mandalorian. We've gotten the Ghost. So is it going to be something original trilogy related? Maybe prequel trilogy related? Who knows? We do know it's not going to be for the Black Series. Which again, I feel like y'all are missing a major opportunity to get Black Series vehicles out to the people who will support and back it. We did get that Hoss Snowspeeder. We got Loose Land Speeder. If we can't get it at Target, we can't get it at Best Buy or even Walmart. The HasLabs is the best option, the best way to release it. We see on Hasbro Pulse that they're putting out vehicles for the Black Series line, and they are coming through, but people are still going, yeah, we don't want it. So why not give Black Series collectors a little chance to get in on the fun and go, hey, I would really, really, really like to see this for the brand that I'm into. So let me just run this through you real fast, because we're getting tons of stuff on the Vintage Collection front. And in terms of vehicles, got the speeder bike, $25.91, is kind of expensive. And we got this outlet price for Boba Fett's Slave One Starship. And it used to be $200. I feel like that's a HasLab project price point for a Black Series thing. And it was $124 because people didn't really rush to get it. I feel like we could probably support a Black Series Slave One if it's done through Pulse. Maybe make it $300. I don't know. But I just feel like there's opportunities that people are not getting able to take advantage of for Black Series. We want vehicles. And HasLab's really the only way to get that now. And if they just keep sticking with the Vintage Collection, we're not going to get any more. So hopefully I'll eventually get my X-Wing for the Black Series. I don't know if I got to keep holding out hope on it, though. It seems like it's fleeting with each possible year. So anyway, that's my take on these live streams. This Imperial March focused Hasbro Star Wars team presentation. A little shaky. The only thing I'm really excited about are what we saw coming down the pipeline. And who knows when we'll actually see those figures up for pre-order. One thing's for sure, I'll be back on later on this week with a live. I've got some cool suggestions for videos, one of which I'll probably be recording and uploading real soon, because I had a lot of fun with that one. Hope you all had a lot of fun watching this video. For now, that's it for me. This episode of Loud Figure Files has been filed.